Ipo and Superbike class, and a great start from everyone on the front row of the grid. They were all very even as they made their way off the line.
Herfoss has the line through Honda turn 1, and then down into Vezra turn 2, keeps the lead from Maxwell. Allerton past Walters clips the inside of the curve there, and Jones has the outside. There's the line toe, he'll get on change of direction. Jones will as they sweep back through to negotiate DID chains.
You can see Glenn Allerton was very forceful there and didn't want to let Matt Walters up the inside. He wanted to make sure he got away with those leaders. But it's Maxwell up into second place now behind Troy Herfoss. Allerton in third, then it's Mad Mike Jones in fourth.
What Herfoss will want is for Allerton to resume his charge and get in front of his teammate there and split the points difference there. But if our form guide is correct, Maxwell might not have an answer here for Herfoss here.
Well, you never know. The man they might have to all contend with is the man on board bike number 9, the man that we definitely know has got a new rear tyre in for this race on the Cube Racing Kawasaki, Mad Mike Jones from Queensland.
Yeah, he gets the power down on that ZX10R, Cube Racing ZX10R, and how does he go down the main straight with the 2 Yamaha boys?
Well, it's only a short straight here at the Swann Insurance Straight at
Allerton up
Wakefield
the inside
Park
of Maxwell,
circuit.
so Allerton takes second place in Vezra turn 2.
Remember last year though too, Trev, when Glenn was riding the Hepburn Motorsports next-gen machine, the BMW, was also very strong into that same corner. So it's obviously a part of the circuit that Glenn Allerton likes immensely as he tries to get onto the back of Troy Herfoss now as they try the run down the hill. This is where he had that massive off-track excursion in the third race yesterday.
Been pulling some huge slides through there earlier today in race 1 as well, Glenn Allerton.
And look who is right with them.
Mike Jones with that new rear bag. And Kawasaki loves a new tyre. Thought about the change of direction on Maxwell there, and as they head down the Dunlop back straight. Herfoss letting the Fireblade SP dance around.
Oh, Troy Herfoss. Troy Herfoss, Glenn Allerton, both extremely out of shape as they made their way through the final corner.
Herfoss hammered down. Shoot, he's already starting to eke away a bike length that Glenn Allerton has responded. So Glenn Allerton has responded to that challenge, and he's closed that ground back up. So Troy Herfoss could have a race on our hands this time, Phil.
I think we will, because I think there's 4 of them that definitely mean business in this one. Look, Matty Walters and Jamie Stauffer are coming along for the ride as well in 5th and 6th position.
Glenn Allerton, the fastest man on the track that last lap around with a 58.6 to Herfoss's 58.8. I'd say this time around they'll probably be getting down towards a 57 or low 58s at least. This lap should be faster.
Well, if they can crack a 57, that will definitely be a new lap record. The lap record set by Troy Herfoss at the moment is a 58.0.
Allerton all over the back of Herfoss now. Will he have a crack down into Race Tech Suspension's turn 8? Yeah,
Jamie Stauffer also all over the back of his fellow Hunter Valley man, Matt Walters.
Troy's very, very good into this corner here, but Allerton's strong there, and Allerton runs very good line through there, stands it up. I think he might have a crack into onto turn 1 or Vezra turn 2.
They actually made
very strong on the entry down to these next 2 corners.
They made a change to the front fork setting on Glenn Allerton's bike.
Here we go, up the inside of Herfoss.
Allerton up the inside, Herfoss has to stand it up. Yeah.
Oh, then runs across the bumps, get off the race line. The race line here still is very lacking in adhesion, so anybody having to get off. Oh, big bump. Geez, that was a front end lose for Troy Herfoss there, and running across the bumps, but somehow that front Dunlop held on, but it was gone for all money, Phil.
Well, it just goes to show you how important the front suspension setup is here at Wakefield Park, as there are a lot of bumps. You've got to be able to negotiate the bumps and maintain the momentum. But this is a replay of race 3 yesterday when Glenn Allerton got into the lead and immediately put the hammer down.
And you see just Troy Herfoss just probably concentration broken a little bit by Glenn there, and just ran off that line, probably a few inches off his perfect line here, and that's where were those few bumps, and geez, that front end was gone for all money.
Well, and that was also the area of the track where his hopes of taking out the final round here at Wakefield Park last year were dashed with a massive crash.
Yeah, it was huge.
When he was leading the race. So
down the chute here now.
4 laps complete now of the 12-lap journey.
Glenn Allerton, a 58.2 on that, not that lap, just the lap before last. So getting down towards that 57 bracket. Troy Herfoss slowed to a 59.0 that last lap around. Like I say, did nearly have that front end lose, and
was also pushed wide by Allerton.
Yeah, so it was definitely pulled by Allerton there as well. So Troy needs to.
Matty Walters off the track and back end starting to.
Traction control on the ZX10 would have been working overtime there as it went across the stripes and the dust. Mike Jones still clambering all over the back of Wayne Maxwell. Jamie Stauffer looking to challenge Matt Walters.
Look like they're just starting to get away a little bit from Matty Walters and Jamie Stauffer at the moment, this lead 4. I think Jones is being able to
Jamie's up the inside of Matt Walters there, and basically parks it under the Kawasaki, gathers it up. Matt's got the power down though, and I think he will will retake that 5th position, I believe.
Well, Jamie got a good drive out of the corner, but can Matt get up the inside?
No. Mike Jones still hasn't quite got close enough to mount a concerted attack on Wayne Maxwell. Oh, big slide through there in the ZX10. Despite that rear bag, he's not trying to conserve it at all, that's for sure.
Maxwell got good drive as well. We don't know whether Maxwell's got a good, we've got a new tyre in for this race or not, but he got excellent drive up the hill there towards the top of the iPhone corner up the DID Chains Hill. But at the bottom of the hill, it is Glenn Allerton still leading from Troy Herfoss. Were they both a bit wide there in that corner?
Troy Herfoss was a little bit wider, I think, so was maybe at his concentration upset a little bit with Glenn getting past him, so that was vital importance, of course, that Glenn got past as soon as he could. So Troy couldn't run away with it, as I had predicted that he probably would in this one.
Well, the Race Tech suspension final corner certainly gives the suspension a workout on the brakes into that corner. As we look at this battle now between Glenn Allerton and Troy Herfoss at front.
Mike Jones was looking to go up the inside of Wayne Maxwell down there into Honda Turn 1.
He's going to have to get up pretty early in the morning to outbrake Wayne Maxwell into the Vesra corner Turn 2.
Always screw the power on so hard through that Vesra Turn 2 and the DID Chains.
This is where Jones looks good at the top of the circuit here. He seems to gather up
It is Kawasaki corner.
Well, it is Kawasaki corner, that's correct. And Jones is the top Kawasaki run at the moment in 4th position, behind the pair of factory Yamahas and Troy Herfoss's Team Honda Racing machine.
Mike Jones got a nice line through there.
Bit of shock pumping action there from the rear as he gets on the gas. So probably a combination of the bumps and the rear tyre struggling for traction.
Herfoss a little bit deep there, but heads it up, gets the power down beautifully.
But Glenn Allerton is looking very racy at the front now. He's got his head down. When I spoke to him this morning, Trev, I said, what is it going to take for you to win this championship? And he said, win every race from now until the end of the season, and hopefully the other guys have a little bit of an issue with one of the races, which will allow me to get back some problems, get back some points.
Mike Jones has got closer to Wayne Maxwell again now. It's 5 laps to run, 4.5 probably now. And Mike Jones very close to Maxwell this time around. Perhaps he might have a crack down into Bell Helmet's fishhook this time around, Phil.
Well, we'll see as they come down the hill now through the Berwick Leathers downhill corner. Can Jones get up onto the inside? He's going to try. No, I think Maxwell's just got the line through there that he can't finally try and find a way through.
Maybe down into... Oh, he's going to try the change. Thought about the change of direction there. That's always a bit of a dicey move.
Well, I don't know if he's going to get close enough to Maxwell to have a go down into this final corner. Wayne's very good. He gets in there very deep, but also with the bike very in line, so he doesn't lose a lot of drive on the exit as they come round now onto the Swann Insurance start-finish straight. That is 8 laps complete of the 12-lap journey, so we're 2/3 race distance, Trev. It is a real battle at the front between Allerton and Herfoss, and then a battle for the final place on the podium and the opportunity to talk to Lance between Wayne Maxwell and Mad Mike Jones. Then we've got the battle between Jamie Stauffer and Matty Walters.
And look, Mike Jones is going to just have to throw a bit of caution to the wind at one of these upcoming turns. I think if he's going to get past Wayne Maxwell, Wayne makes that YZF R1M very wide indeed. So I think Mike's just going to have to put the bit between his teeth and make a hard move, I think, if he's going to try and get past the defending champion.
Well, you know, Maxwell is not going to make it easy for him. He's run a fraction wide.
Wayne will colt the line, though.
He can run a fraction wide in that corner and still maintain drive as the just take a bit later apex on the second half of the Bell Helmet's fishhook. So
our race leader is still Glenn Allerton from Troy Herfoss. Very little between them though. There was Sean Condon stopped at turn 3, iPhone turn 3 with a mechanical problem on the ZX10.
Is it a mechanical problem on his ZX10 or a mechanical problem with himself?
Mike Jones up the inside of Wayne Maxwell into Vesra turn 2, so Mike Jones up into that 3rd spot.
I think it's the constant application of pressure has just forced Wayne Maxwell into a very small misdemeanor, and Mike Jones has been able to take advantage, but can he pull away now that he's managed to get ahead, or will Maxwell?
That's the key, and Maxwell ran over a few bumps there and got a bit of fork patter on the front of the YRTR1 as well, which cost him a bike length or so through there, so it's allowed Mike to escape. So can Mike telescope now forward onto the back of Herfoss and join this battle for the race win?
I think he's done a pretty good job in the half a lap that he's been ahead so far, Trev, because he's managed to pull out a few bike lengths as he looks to cement that 3rd position.
Troy Herfoss was the fastest man on the previous lap to close that gap right back down to Glenn Allerton.
Actually did his fastest lap of the race on the last lap, did Troy Herfoss with a 58.321.
So maybe Troy just knew that he wouldn't be able to get away from Glenn Allerton, so he's going to keep his powder dry for the last lap perhaps. He's certainly racing a lot smarter this season.
Is it a replica of what he did to Glenn Allerton's teammate Wayne Maxwell yesterday? Final corner, final lap. Tell you what, lovely drift there from Herfoss as he just made his way up the hill towards the Iphone corner.
Yeah, he looks back. He looked a little bit shaken after Allerton had first got past him, but he looks back to his normal strengths now. Looks to be on his line, his chosen line. The bike running over the bumps. Just really looks to be sort of doing it semi-easy again.
Oh, Allerton's run wide. Herfoss is up the inside, but once again, Allerton will take that nice late apex line through the second part of the Bell Helmets fishhook. Out onto the Dunlop back straight now. It is still Allerton leading, but Herfoss is visibly closer when they come round to complete this lap. I wouldn't be surprised to see if Troy Herfoss has been 2 or 3 tenths of a second faster than Allerton on this last lap.
Got the power down hard there, a little bit of shake, but the Honda doesn't seem to mind. That still keeps the drive.
As we said earlier on today, Trev, both of the Yamaha and the Honda
deep. Sorry, Glenn, I should say.
Both running the wheelbase at pretty much as long as it will go. The axle spaces are right at the very back of the swing arm on both of these motorcycles because of the nature of the circuit. They don't want to be wheel standing out of all of these very short, sharp acceleration type corners. On the last lap, Herfoss was only 1/10 of a second faster than Allerton. The lead was 0.2 of a second.
Oh, look how close Herfoss is.
He's
up the inside. He's got the leg out way too deep. He's off into the dirt.
He's off into the dirt. He's going to have to get back on track. I think that's his shot at victory gone.
And he's going to be lucky to finish on the podium. Now, where's Wayne Maxwell gone?
He's back further than that behind Mad Mike Jones. Jones is up into second place now.
Well, so Glenn Allerton's
have Herfoss have enough momentum to hold off Wayne Maxwell, who will surely have seen that in front of him.
He's going to have dirty tyres, so that'll give Maxwell a sniff. And of course, Maxwell, if he wants to finish in front of anyone, it is Troy Herfoss, because they're the two fighting for the title.
Herfoss takes third place and gets salvages some points after what could have been a disastrous runoff there at the bottom of the Bell Helmets fishhook. Look at this battle between Crew Halliday and Lyndon McGee.
Troy will be very annoyed with himself there, but he'll take a little bit of comfort in the fact that it's still another couple of points that he's taken out of Wayne Maxwell, because it was all important that he finishes in front of them. Even though, as we say that, with Glenn Allerton strengthening form, he could also become the third real tight factor at the top of the title. Well,
I'll tell you what, Troy Herfoss was not going to die wondering at the bottom of the hill there whether he could get past. You could see how late he was on the brakes. The bike was sliding. The foot was off the side of the peg, but he managed to keep it, get it back on track as quickly as he possibly could and maintain that third position. But a great ride from Mad Mike Jones to take second place. New tyre, and we said that he was going to be strong in this race, and he certainly was with that excellent ride. And all of our top riders managing to get into the 58s once again, all the way back to sixth place with Matt Walters. The first rider not into the 58s was Crew Halliday, who did a 59.2 and finished in 7th place. Victory.
Well, congratulations, Glenn Allerton. One up for the Yamahas against the Honda, and the Kawasaki kept you pretty honest.
Yeah, I can't thank the team enough for that. Boys made an adjustment to the bike in between races, and clearly it worked. So thanks Ryan, Kev, Chucker and Jeff. They all worked their asses off, but that was an exciting race. You know, I had memories of being in old Supermoto days racing against Troy, and I knew he was going to have a go on last lap, and I was just hoping that if I placed myself in the right position in the middle of the track, if he comes underneath me, he's going to run out of track quick. But he had a big lunge. But that was just a really enjoyable race. I had a lot of fun then, and can't wait for the next one.
Good on you, mate. We'll let you go back and bask in glory.
Thanks.
Second place, doing a fantastic job. Second place being a fantastic job was Mike Jones. Congratulations. Of course, also the first of the privateers. Well, Mike, you mentioned earlier in the interview pre-race about the tyres. They seem to work well for you. Well done.
Yeah, exactly. You know, our bike works really well once it's got grip. So once we put the new tyres in for that race, we got away well and made a really good start. Like I said, got with those front few guys and sort of dragged me along a bit there. Just having a bit of tussle there with Wayno and managed to get past him and hold him off for the end of the race. And then obviously that last lap then was pretty hectic with the guys at the front, and managed to get there in second. So really happy, and it's a big credit to this Australian Outdoor Living Q Racing team and all the people who support us.
Well done, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Third place, Troy Herfoss. More points in the bag as the championship. I guess it's a little early to say you've got it yet, but certainly you're gaining momentum over the teams.
Sorry, Lance, we're not even close at the moment, mate. But yeah, really fun race. Kudos to Glenn. He rode a fantastic race, and and he really made the most of his tyre choices. And I seen he had his new one there, and I knew it was going to be a tough race. And hey, you're not a racer if you don't have a go. So I knew it was a long shot, but I wasn't not going to have I was never not going to have a go.
Well, he mentioned back in the Super Motard days. Did that bring back memories of you and he clashing again?
Oh yeah, he gave me a baptism of fire when I turned senior and started racing Supermoto, and yeah, he touched me up a few times. So we've had some great races over the years, and yeah, happy we can keep doing it, and glad we got a gap. And the important thing is I'm on the podium, and yeah, not the ideal finish, but I've got no regrets. I've done my best, and I tried to pass, and it just wasn't to be today. 2 down, 1 to go. Can you do it in race 3? Oh, we hope so. We're definitely competitive, so there's no reason why not. Just got to make sure we have a smart race and try and ride our own race.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
And in